Hi, my name is Maddie Harmon, and this is my friend Natalie Larson, and we're here to talk to you today about procrastination, which I'm sure you've heard of before. It's a problem that we all have. There are lots of benefits and consequences to it. So, first, you should know that procrastination means that you kind of stall a little bit and you do everything you can to not get done what you have to get done. But you shouldn't be doing that because you can get so behind on things and it can really damage your reputation. And procrastination is just a really bad habit to have. When you avoid procrastination, you can get better grades, you probably have better relationships, and you're more trustworthy, you're on time to things, and things just go way smoother for you and there's no more stress involved. So the more that you keep up with your schedule and your routines and your standards, the better things are and things just go smoothly.
Yep. And also, one of my favorite books on procrastination is called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. And I would totally recommend reading it. It's a really fun read. And basically, what this book is talking about is that, well, it compares a big, nasty task that you need to do, like starting maybe like a midterm paper or a presentation. So it compares that big, nasty task that you need to get done to a big, nasty frog you have to eat. I know that sounds really funny, but it actually is a really good comparison because both are unpleasant, and the longer that you put either one off, either the presentation or eating that frog, the worse it gets. And for example, you wouldn't want like a frog, this big nasty frog sitting on your desk for the whole day just staring at you, and you know you're going to have to eat it. And it'd be so much easier to just eat it at the beginning of the day than to wait till the end of the day and eat it. And the same thing is with that essay or with that presentation. If you get it done first thing, you know it's really important, and you know you got to get it done, you just get it done first thing in the morning. It's so much easier, and that frog isn't going to be staring at you for the rest of the day.
Right. It is horrible. It's a horrible feeling. And I have a great example for you guys. So, of all the kids in my family, I am a straight A student. I'm the oldest, and it's something that I've been working on since early years in school. However, I started a class this year called, well, actually, I think I'm going to keep it anonymous just for the sake of mystery. And it's a self-paced class, and I took advantage of that because in the beginning of the year, I actually didn't even want to take this class. It was my parents' idea, and I thought I'll just go along with it because it's probably going to be good for me. But I did not have the motivation to do it. And now I have an absolute F in the class. I am 18 assignments behind right this very second. And it is the worst feeling. I've had to meet with the teachers in classes. I've had to talk with my parents. I've had to, risk staying in a group called National Honor Society because of how low my grade is getting. And it's horrible. You're risking so much and the stress is heavy and you just want it to be over. And it takes up so much of my time. I can't spend time with my friends on weekends because I'm trying to catch up in the class. It's so awful. And it's just better to avoid all that. I'm still working really hard today to get all that work done and catch up again so that I can spend time with family and friends and just so that I feel better about myself because despite all my other really good grades, that one grade is bringing me down so much. So it is such a good idea to just avoid it completely. Do not get that behind. It's not good for you. Here's a really good way to make sure that doesn't happen. The best way to avoid procrastination is to find a motive. What is something that can help you look forward to finishing the task? Do you have a result in mind that you want to look at? Or is there something that you want to bribe yourself with? For example, if I finish this assignment in an hour's time, I will get one of mom's cookies that she made last night. Something really awesome that you can't wait. Or I'll get to go see this movie with friends. Or I'll get an extra hour of sleep. Who knows? Whatever you decide. Something that is a personal goal to you that makes it so much better that you just want to get it done immediately. Motives, I think, are one of the best ways to solve procrastination, but there are other ways too, and whatever works for you is best. So, Natalie, would you like to sum up and tell us why procrastination is good for us? Or
Yep.
not good for us anyway.
Yep. And just continuing on what Maddie said, that some other cures, well, before I wrap up, some other cures that you can use are first, these are things that help me. or that I've heard that are really helpful. So first, just define your frogs. So as you're each morning, as you're planning out your day, prioritize your assignments and figure out, like, define your frogs, figure out what they are. Figure out what those nasty tasks are that you just gotta get done, or you just need to eat that frog. And also, in addition to that, recognize when you're procrastinating, and then write those excuses down, because I promise you guys, when you write them down in ink, they're gonna seem a lot flimsier and not as good of excuses when you write them down. And also, some other tips are just to eat healthy food. So don't eat a bunch of sugar each day, because you may get that sugar high and it may help you get an assignment done, but you're going to crash, and then you're going to be tired for the rest of the day probably. And also drinking just lots of water as well. And this last one's really helpful, is to create routines. For example, if you want to do like math, if you do math each day at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, 5 days a week, I promise you guys, you will be able to get that math done, because the urge to procrastinate, that's one way that you can fight that urge, is to have a set time each day that you do your assignments, and then they don't pile up at the end of the week, and then you don't feel that panic set in, because procrastination, when you procrastinate, you always feel that panic. And so I promise you guys, if you do these things, you will be able to fight procrastination. And also, just to conclude, I want to let you guys know that you're not the only ones to procrastinate. We all do it. As high school students, even college students. I've heard that, like, straight A students, they still procrastinate, and they're constantly trying to fight procrastination. And also, but I do want to let you guys know that you aren't a victim here. You can fight procrastination, just as we all are trying to fight it. And make sure that you find these motives and just stick to your goals and standards. And I know you guys will be able to conquer procrastination.
Thanks so much, Natalie. You guys are awesome. High school is going to be so much more of a breeze than you think. It's not the end of the world. You're going to make it. Just follow our awesome advice, hopefully, and life will be great. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good luck with high school, and we're so excited for you. We're with you every step of the way. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.